There comes a moment in a woman's life, often quiet, often unspoken, when she begins to feel like her body is drifting away from her. It doesn't happen overnight. It's subtle. A missed spark, a numb sensation, a fading connection between body and soul. But what if I told you that this moment, the one you might be in right now, is not the end? What if instead it's a doorway back to something sacred, back to a power you thought you lost, a deep, beautiful feminine vitality that was never meant to fade, only to be reawakened? I've been a gynecologist for more than 3 decades, specializing in the care of women over 60. And I can tell you from the bottom of my heart, the biggest tragedy I see isn't illness, it's silence. Women waiting too long to reconnect with themselves, to feel again, to touch again, not just physically, but emotionally and spiritually. Today, I'm sharing the 5 most powerful, intimate self-care secrets that older women always tell me they wish they had discovered earlier. They're not about products. They're not about performance. They're about presence and reclaiming the sacred relationship between you and your own body. Let's begin. Secret 1, your body is still listening, but you must learn a new language. By the time most women reach 60, their body has learned to protect itself, to tuck away sensation, to whisper instead of shout. Not because it doesn't care, because it hasn't been spoken to in years. Touch, for many, became either clinical or completely absent. But here's what you weren't told. Your body still craves connection. It just needs a gentler voice. Touching your arms with care, holding your belly with kindness, massaging your hips without judgment. This is not vanity. This is communication. And when you begin this language of self-respect, your body begins to respond, slowly, lovingly, but powerfully. Secret 2. Arousal is not just sexual. It's physiological nourishment. Let's break a myth that's hurting millions. Arousal is not just about pleasure, it's how your body heals. Yes, even solo arousal. Yes, even if you have no partner. Yes, even if it's been years. Here's the truth. When a woman becomes aroused, blood flows to the pelvic region. Oxygen rushes in. Tissues regenerate. Natural lubrication is triggered. The vaginal walls become elastic again. It's like watering the roots of a flower. Ignore them and they wither. Care for them and they bloom again. A 70-year-old patient of mine once said, "I thought I was drying up because I was old." She wasn't. She was drying up because she had stopped nourishing herself. Weeks into mindful self-touch, her dryness improved. But more than that, her confidence returned. This isn't about sex, it's about health. Secret 3. Your hormones are waiting for you to wake them up. You've been told menopause is the end of your hormone story. That is false. Hormones don't die, they adapt. And they are deeply responsive to intimacy, especially with yourself. Each time you experience arousal, whether physical or emotional, your brain releases oxytocin, dopamine, and endorphins. These chemicals reduce stress. They improve sleep. They brighten your mood. They reverse aging. But if you stop engaging, if you stop touching, stop moving, stop connecting, your body thinks you've given up, so it slows the flow. Your light dims. Don't let silence be mistaken for surrender. You are still biologically alive, and your hormones are waiting to be invited back to the dance. Secret 4. Intimacy, without a partner, is the purest form of healing. One of the saddest lies told to older women is, if you're not in a relationship, intimacy doesn't matter anymore. Let me say this clearly. Your body belongs to you. Intimacy is not a gift someone gives you. It's a relationship you build with yourself. I've seen widows reclaim their glow. I've seen divorcees awaken a sense of sensuality they never knew they had. Not because of someone else, but because they began to listen. They took warm baths, they lit candles, they looked at themselves in the mirror without shame. This is sacred. And it changes your chemistry. It tells your nervous system, I am safe, I am loved, I am enough. Every woman deserves that feeling, especially you. Secret 5. Your pelvic floor is the gatekeeper of your youth. Protect it. Your pelvic floor isn't just about bladder control or intimacy. It's the foundation of your posture, balance, and internal strength. When neglected, it weakens, and you begin to notice leaking when you sneeze, lower back pain, a sense of heaviness in your core. But here's the miracle. Just a few minutes a day of breath-based pelvic movement, done with awareness, can restore tone, control, and energy. Try this simple practice. Sit tall, inhale deeply, As you exhale, gently lift your pelvic floor, as if drawing energy up through your center. Hold for 3 seconds. Release. Repeat that tiny motion. It can change your entire experience of aging. Because when your center is strong, the rest of you follows. One woman I'll never forget, her name was Teresa, came to me at 68. She whispered during our first appointment, "I think I've disappeared." She wasn't in pain, she wasn't sick, she just felt disconnected. So we began slowly. Warm oil on her belly every night, a small mirror placed beside her bed, not to criticize, but to see herself. Gentle pelvic lifts, 10 minutes of self-touch, not for climax, but for comfort. 6 months later, she came in beaming. "I feel like I've been returned to myself," she said. That's the power of this work. It doesn't just heal the body, it reawakens the woman. Sister, if you felt disconnected, dim like your spark is flickering, please know you are not broken, you are not too old, and you are absolutely not alone. Every cell in your body still wants to feel. Every part of your spirit still wants to rise. And you have full permission to begin again. Leave a comment below. Which of these secrets spoke to your heart the most? Share this with another woman who deserves to come back to life. And don't forget to subscribe to Wisdom for Success, because this is just the beginning of your comeback story. You're still here, and your story still matters. Touch gently, love deeply, and never stop coming home to yourself.